his family were gone, a huge one-eyed giant moved into the castle.
And that isn't all. The giant took over the brave knight's most valuable possessions. His gold, his singing harp, and his magic hen. Be careful,
Said the fairy.
that one-eyed giant is dangerous.
But Jack didn't hear the warning. He had decided to go find the magic hen and magic harp and return them to their rightful owner. Walking up to the big castle gate, Jack rang the bell. But when nobody answered, Jack sneaked under the bottom of the huge castle door.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Uh-oh, thought Jack. It's him. It's the one-eyed giant. I'd better cut out. But suddenly, Jack hid in a closet. And who do you think came walking into the room?
The cow?
No, Boo-Boo. The one-eyed type giant. Peeking out, Jack saw a very strange sight. He watched as the one-eyed giant brought a little white hen to the table.
Little hen so brave and bold, lay the one-eyed giant some gold.
And then, right in front of Jack's eyes, the little hen laid a golden egg, then another and another. Jack couldn't believe his eyes, but the little hen was laying golden eggs, and they're the best kind. So whilst Jack peeked out, he saw the giant quit counting his gold and pick up the magic musical harp. Spoke the giant.
Oh, musical harp, oh, harp so pretty, play me a top 40 ditty.
And suddenly, a magical harp started to play all by itself. And after a little while, the giant closed his one big eye and went to sleep. That was Jack's chance to escape. Fearful of waking the sleeping giant, Jack tippy-toed over and picked up the magic harp. Then when he grabbed the magic hen, it started squawking like it had its tail caught in an electric fan. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a stool pigeon chicken. The noise woke up you-know-who.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he thin or be he fat, I'm gonna find out where he's at.
But at that moment, the one-eyed giant spotted poor little Jack with a harp under one arm and the blabbermouth chicken under the other. Jack was so scared, he froze in his tracks, and the giant started after him. Just as the giant reached out to grab Jack, Jack's feet started to spin, and he took off like a rocket. Down the castle halls Jack ran, with the giant so close, Jack could feel the giant's breath in the back of his neck. Jack, out of breath and scared, dashed out into the courtyard ahead of the giant. But the giant turned his huge dogs loose to join the chase.
Did the dogs catch Jack, Yogi?
I don't know, Boo-Boo. I haven't finished the story yet. Let's find out. Well, with the dogs yapping at Jack's heels, he just barely got to the top of the beanstalk ahead of the giant. Down Jack scrambled. Down, down, down climbed Jack, and it wasn't easy, with that magic harp under one arm and magic hen under the other, not to mention the big double-jointed giant right behind him. But finally, Jack reached the bottom of the beanstalk and home. He dashed into the house where his mother had been waiting for him.
Jack,
She said,
where on earth have you been?
"Well, I haven't exactly been on the earth," answered Jack.
And what's with that chicken under one arm and that 10-string guitar under the other?
Asked his mom, somewhat puzzled. "Well," says Jack, "it's kind of hard to explain. You see, there was this big old castle."
Like which old castle?
Asked Mom. Like the castle where the one-eyed giant lived, explained Jack.
Like what one-eyed giant?
Asked Jack's mother, still a little puzzled. Like the one-eyed giant that I hear coming down the beanstalk, said Jack.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he thin or be he fat, I'll swack him with this baseball bat.
Quick, Mom, where's the axe?
Right where you left it,
Said Mom sarcastically.
in the icebox.
Anywho, just before the one-eyed giant got almost to the ground, Jack started chopping down the beanstalk. Then Jack yelled, "Timber!" And the big old hairy giant fell flat on his hip pocket. Splat!
And what happened to the magic hen and the magic harp, Yogi?
Well, it's too bad about the magic hen, Boo-Boo. You see, when Jack got back from chopping down that big old beanstalk, he was tired and hungry. And when he walked into the house, his mom said,
I knew you'd be hungry after all that work, Jack, so I fixed you a quick supper.
"Crazy," said Jack. "What's to eat?"
We got your favorite dish, chicken and dumplings.
"Wild," said Jack. "But where did you get a chicken, Ma?"
What do you mean, where did I get a chicken? You just brought a big old chicken home with you, don't you remember?
"Oh, no," exclaimed Jack. "Not my magic hen."
Don't worry, said his mother. There's nothing wrong with your magic hen. In fact, it's delicious.
"But Ma," explained Jack, "that hen could lay golden eggs." That chicken dinner cost Jack about $1 million. But somehow, he didn't enjoy it.
You mean Jack and his mother were still poor, and the story has an unhappy ending?
On the contrary, Boo, this story has a happy ending. You see, Jack still had the magic harp. So he got himself an agent, and soon he had his own television show.
TV show?
Sure. It was called Jack and His Swinging Magic Harp. Yay!
Now Jack the Giant Killer lived long, long ago with his poor old mother in the town of Old Bordeaux. Jack was very poor, not a nickel in his jeans, so he went to town and sold his cow for a pocket full of beans. 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 Poor Jackie's mother didn't know what to say, but she became quite angry and she threw the beans away. Now when Jack awoke the very next day, he had a big surprise. There he saw a giant beanstalk growing up into the skies. Up the giant beanstalk Jack climbed to a strange, fantastic land. And when he met a giant there, Jack turned for home and ran. Jack slid down the big beanstalk with the giant gaining fast. But Jack reached Earth in time. He was safe back home at last. With the giant still up in the air, and before he reached the ground, Jack grabbed an axe and chop, chop, chop till the giant tumbled down. So the moral is, if you are broke, not a nickel in your jeans, remember now, just trade your cow for a pocket full of beans. Beans.